screenings at the airports. Well, COVID's over. Mark my words, there will be another pandemic sooner than you think. Because COVID, we had warning of COVID. We had 7, 10 other diseases that came in that, frankly, we were lucky that did not explode like COVID. You need that capacity at the airport. Yes, security after 9/11, right? After 9/11, we all learned we need new security. And now, baggage screening, passenger screening, post-COVID, public health screening. You get off a flight, you have to have the health capacity to test people for whatever we may need to test for at that time. That is going to be key in the airports of tomorrow. The applications are due on September 15th. So what will New York be like post-COVID? It will be what we make it. That's what it will be. It's up to us. States all across the nation are dealing with the same question. They will close down, they have to rebuild. Countries all across the world are dealing with the same question. We will close down, we have to rebuild. There is a moment of opportunity here and a moment to seize on, to transform, and to capitalize, to be the first one to rebuild the best and the smartest post-COVID. But you have to think big. You have to think transformatively. We have to be fast, and we have to be bold. And that's what New York is all about. Building a better tomorrow and a better New York, and using the moment and knowing that for New York, with New Yorkers, look at what we just did getting through COVID together. The sky is the limit if we believe that it's the limit. And if we let our imagination soar and our vision soar, and then we have the capacity to actually make it happen. Aristotle's formula for success, 2 steps. Decide what to do. Do it. That's it. Dream big, bold, visionary, and then do it. And we can. Thank you for being here today. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our great mayor. I want to thank him for everything that he has done on so many different fronts. This has been a challenge for government leaders like never before. Mayors don't fight pandemics. Mayors don't deal with all the consequences of COVID. The health consequences, the economic consequences, the social consequences. And it really is a litmus test to show the caliber of an elected official. And some have failed, and some have risen to a new level. And Mayor Byron Brown has set an example for mayors all across this country. Mayor Byron Brown.
Thank you very much, Governor. It's great to have you back in Buffalo again so soon. Thank you for your commitment to Western New York. And Governor, after that wonderful introduction, I will concede that you brought the beautiful weather to Buffalo today. You know, when our COVID rates were high, you answered our call. You visited Western New York.
All right, everybody, we're going to take another quick 2-minute break here on News Now from Fox.
Vaccine to our communities and worked with our local partners.
Young people coming back to Buffalo. Unprecedented progress. Then COVID hits. Okay, now we have to regain that momentum and build on it. And I believe we can and we will, and I believe there's a special opportunity for Buffalo because we were already on a roll in Buffalo. We were already thinking big and getting things done. All we have to do is relight the pilot and take off because we're in an airport. Mayor, thank you very much for being with us. Kim, thank you very much. I hope you were taking copious notes. Because the Buffalo airport is key. I was at, when I was HUD secretary, I was at an economic development conference, and one of the economic development speakers was talking about, there's this whole speech about the front door, and he's going on and on. What's the front door of your house look like? What is do you have a mat in front of your front door? Does it say welcome? What does the doorbell sound like? What does this shrubbery look like? And I said, what is this fella talking about? It was after lunch. I was a little suspicious. But it was all a setup to say the front door is the first impression. Somebody walks up to that front door, they hit that bell, they look around, they make an assessment. The airport is the front door. You walk into this airport and you say, this is Buffalo. This is Western New York. This is what it is. And that is your presentation. And that is why it is so, so important. And it will be even better. Mayor, thank you very much. Kim, thank you very much for being here. I'll be right back.
Effective immediately, and specifically they're speaking about the guidelines for having to mask children 3 and 4 years old. What's your response?
Yeah, I understand. First of all, they are federal guidelines. They're not state guidelines, they're federal guidelines, and we tend to follow the federal guidelines. I understand the science, I understand the data, and that's what drove the federal government to those guidelines. I also understand it is difficult on a number of levels. It's difficult for a parent with one child. Can you imagine a child care provider trying to put masks on 3 and 4-year-olds and have